But the attempt largely is to play different characters, or probably have nuances, or probably traits which are different from one another. I am dying to play an antagonist, an outright antagonist, Hindi cinema ka villain. But that is the challenge that you're thrown with, to do it not the way you want it, but the way the director wants it, or probably the way they have envisioned it.
Well, nothing has been out about it, so we would like to know. आपसे ही पूछना पड़ेगा what about your character, about the show, about the movie, as well as the experience of working with great actors like Bobby Deol and then Sanya Malhotra as well.
To begin with, I play this character called Ashu, a very regular guy right at the outset, but he's far more complicated than what you think he is. And as we know that the film is based in North India,
right,
he definitely has traces of that in him. It's a love story. It's about two people who are on the run, who are you could also call it a survival story. It's about two people who are wanting to overcome all odds just to survive.
Right.
And yeah, it's a gritty, it's a fast-paced action thriller love story. I really would not want to bracket my own film. It's a bit of everything, but most importantly, it's a very thought-provoking film. To begin with, my experience of working with Shankar Raman, who's the director and writer of the film, I've had an incredible time working with him. I found a friend in him. I've found a mentor in him in a lot of ways, and I'm really glad that I got this opportunity to work with him. I learned a lot of things from him. He's one of the wisest men I have met, and I hope life presents me with another opportunity to collaborate with him. I hope he's satisfied with what I have delivered in this film, so that he can come to me with another.
Right.
And working with Bobby sir was a full-on fanboy moment. We've all grown up watching his films. We've all seen Gupt and Soldier and Barsat and Kareeb, and you can go on and on. Even his latest outings, which have been on the web, whether it is 83 or whether it is Ashram, we've all seen that, and he's done incredibly well. I'm really glad that I got an opportunity to sort of share a project with him. Though unfortunately we did not have a lot of shooting time or screen time together, but we are a part of one film. You will understand this when you see the film. And working with Sanya has been one of the most wholesome, soulful experiences for me. She's one of the best actors I've worked with. She really, really pushed me to better myself as an actor.
Right.
And people say that we had a great chemistry in the film. So I hope largely people see that.
Yes.
And I'm really glad that I got to work with her. I can, if given a choice, I would work with her in every film I do.
Well, Vikrant, you are such a person who every time with a new project experiment on your roles. So is this role totally different from what you were doing before, or there are similarities?
See, nothing can be entirely different.
Right.
By the end of it, you are the same person who's playing different characters. So there are shades of your personality that probably seep in. I completely do not believe in the fact that if you're playing a character, you can completely forget yourself and discount yourself. There are traces of your personality which do sort of reflect in the characters you play. But the attempt largely is to play different characters, or probably have nuances, or probably traits which are different from one another. Right. And I can very proudly say that yet again here in this film, we have somewhere down the line managed to create a different Ashu from the Vikrant that you've seen all these years. And I think not just by the way he looks, but by the way he thinks, the way he feels, the challenges that he's thrown, he's definitely different from the other characters that I've played.
Well, that's great. What kind of other roles are you looking forward to do? Maybe something that you haven't done and you want to do something like that. Could you name any?
I am dying to play an antagonist, an outright antagonist, Hindi cinema ka villain. I am dying to play that. There are a few scripts that are my way. There is every possibility that you will see me in a shade like that soon.
Right.
But I don't want to restrict myself. I don't want to sort of bracket my own self, as I said before, that मैं यही करना चाहता हूँ.
जी.
As a budding actor, as someone who's still finding his own feet, who's still understanding life at large, don't have enough experiences. I'm just 34. I am open to everything. I am open to all the challenges that can possibly come my way.
Right.
Because I believe that challenges and being out of my comfort zone is something that brings out the best in me. And yes, it's solely because of this thought process that you see me doing 3 films which are probably different from each other, is to probably challenge myself, revive myself as an actor from time to time,
Right.
and entertain the audiences.
Well said. Vikrant, since you said that you have a really great bond with the director, was there any kind of situation or a healthy argument on some particular role that you wanted to play in certain way and the director wanted to play it, he wanted you to act in certain way? Was there any healthy discussion or an argument on set?
Of course, that's an ongoing process when you're filming on a shooting set. For every shot, for every scene, for everything, there are discussions that take place.
Right.
But I am a very firm believer of the fact that I, as an actor, am hired to portray what is asked of me to do.
Right.
Yes, I do share my opinions, I do share my mind, but it's the director and the writer who know the script far better than me.
Right.
The writer knows, and in our case, in Love Hostel's case, Shankar Raman is the writer and director of the film. And I have to have that trust in him. I have to have that faith in him कि चाहे कुछ भी हो, ये मुझसे बेहतर जानता है.
जी.
And that again is a challenge. There are times when you're not convinced of a particular reaction or a particular delivery. But that is the challenge that you're thrown with, to do it not the way you want it, but the way the director wants it, or probably the way they have envisioned it. And ये healthy discussions चल रहे होते हैं, but with Shankar sir, he's incredible. He's a very wise man, and I really don't think there was a moment wherein I could tip him over with his opinion. I could never do that. I think I'm really glad that it actually ended up that way. He's really, really wise. I think I do sort of pull his leg by telling him that if not a director, writer, or a DOP, you can definitely be a life coach. You can be a guru, and we can make a lot of money out of it, because the things that he says, the kind of insights he has with his own experiences in life at large, उनको मतलब साफा वाफा पहना के उनको कहीं बिठा देंगे, एक सभा लगा देंगे और बहुत सारे पैसे कमाएंगे, because वो बहुत अच्छी चीजें बोलते हैं.
And who was the actor last you saw and you find that the work he did or she did was great for you?
Like, to begin with, Sania really inspires me as a person. Acting is a part of life. As a person, she really, really inspires me. And Anil Kapoor is another person who's really, really inspired me. His work ethic, his commitment towards his work, the number of hours that he puts in at work, and the effort that he puts in at work is unparalleled. It is something that I haven't seen people my age do this. He walks onto a set every day with that renewed vigor that he really wants to go out there and perform, in spite of the fact that he's been performing, delivering for the last 30 years now.
Yeah.
Anil Kapoor's work ethic is something that really, really inspires me. It continues to do so. Sane as a person really, really inspires me. And, when we are talking about people who've inspired you, how can we not mention the name of Shah Rukh Khan? He's inspired multiple generations.
Of course.
And I think, and also the fact that he happens to be the producer of the film is something that I'm extremely proud of.
Also, what's your personal takeaway from the Love Hostel, and what do you expect the audience to take away from the movie?
To begin with, I really hope the audiences are entertained. it's a movie. It's a film. We are in the entertainment business, and
जी
right at the outset, I really want the audiences to get entertained, enjoy the film.
जी
And this film has a lot of possibilities to open interpretations. And as I said, it's also a love story, it's a thriller, it's a mix of a lot of things. So I'm sure the audiences will find something or the other which they can relate themselves to with this film.
Know all about the Telly world by subscribing to Tellychucker's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.